Welcome to the Blogger Genius Podcast, brought to you by Milo Tree. Here's your host, Jillian Leslie.
Hello and welcome back to the show. Today, I have a special solo episode that I really wanted to record because it's based on my conversations with you. I am always listening to what you're telling me, and therefore I see where so many of you struggle. So in this episode, I want to share the 5 things I recommend you start putting into place right now so that you can be successful as a blogger and online entrepreneur going forward. Because yes, things have changed. They're going to continue to change. Just look at Google and you know I am right. What I'm going to share are these things that I have been saying for a while. And what's funny is I feel like a broken record. But when I get on calls with so many of you, I am surprised at how many of these ideas seem really new and novel. So I thought I'd run through them to lay out the big picture of how to grow a thriving business and make money today. And really, I'm dedicating this episode to the people who are feeling discouraged, freaked out, frustrated. And believe me, I've been talking to a bunch of you who feel this way. So if you understand the basics and point your North Star in that direction, I promise you'll find success. I hope this episode serves as both a roadmap and a confidence booster because you can definitely achieve this. First, let's address the major elephants in the room, the challenges we are all facing. 1, the rise of AI. 2, Google's constant algorithm changes. And 3, the decreasing revenue from traditional sources like display ads and affiliate marketing. Virtually everyone I've talked to has shared that their traffic has dipped. Some slightly, others much more dramatically, like by 80 or 90%. Here is the key takeaway from today's discussion. Building an online business now largely comes down to these 2 things: growing an audience and selling to this audience. This may seem simplistic, but it represents a significant shift from how we used to think about growing businesses, which is chasing vast numbers of page views from anonymous visitors, to really today nurturing a dedicated group of fans. And I've talked about this a lot. I call these your 1,000 true fans. Because if each of these fans spends $100 on your products and services in a year, you've made $100,000. So how do we adapt to this new business model without feeling overwhelmed? We've been building our businesses in one way, and now I'm saying, okay, the model is shifting. So how do we do this easily, particularly if we haven't focused yet on really cultivating a tribe and if we haven't really focused on selling? So let's break down the steps. And by the way, stick with me till the end because I'm also sharing some exciting updates about how Milo Tree card is evolving, and we are evolving it to help you more effectively achieve these goals. So here are my 5 tips for growing a successful business today without the overwhelm. And chances are you're already doing a bunch of them. So the first one's easy. It is define your niche and stay in it. I honestly thought this was advice we all took to heart in 2018. But I get on calls with so many people who still can't tell me what their niche is. And they think something like interior design or baking or travel is a niche. And when I push to get them to be more specific, they already think they are. But I tell them that they need to give up their box of 64 Crayola crayons, remember the big box, and pare it down to a box of 8 crayons. And that they will thank me for this, because what this does is it gives creators guardrails. If you're not sure your niche down enough, by the way, just email me, tell me your niche, and I'll give you feedback. You can reach out to me at jillian@milotree.com. If you are niched down, here are the benefits. You can easily communicate what problem you solve and who your people are. So remember, you want people raising their hand for you saying, yes, you are my person. So life coach is not a niche. Life coach for middle-aged female executives who want to transition jobs, that is a niche. My second tip is you now need a personal brand more than ever. I call it your vibe. So I have a previous episode I recorded all about how to figure out what your vibe is, and I will link to it in the show notes. But my question to you is, are you putting out your vibe over and over again? So creators with a strong personal brand are definitely seeing more success than bloggers or business owners who are hiding behind their websites. I'm going to ask you to show up as a human, to connect, to demonstrate how you can improve your audience's lives, to express what makes you different, how you see the world. And this is the interesting piece. It's really not about you. It's about how you can help me. But I need to get to know you, and I need to trust you, and I need to feel like we are on the same wavelength. So my recommendation is keep putting out what makes you unique in your niche. And this is how you compete with all the other people who are in your niche. My third tip is diversifying your traffic. So as we've all learned, we can no longer rely solely on Google. It's now about getting creative in terms of driving traffic. In my recent episode with Lily Ray, who's an SEO expert, we talk a lot about Bing as a new source of traffic. And I will link to that episode in the show notes. And you can also start experimenting with platforms like YouTube if that feels doable. Now, my personal recommendation is to focus seriously on 2 platforms. One, Pinterest for traffic. It is still our number 1 traffic source for Catch My Party and still drives millions of page views for us. My second platform is Instagram, and this is for building your personal brand and your vibe. So it's not about the number of followers you have. It's really about the quality of the followers, and are you having one-on-one conversations? And now if you have additional time, I recommend you start playing around with threads. I don't have any data on this. I'm just hearing good things. And to be honest, I haven't really dug into it, but it is on my list of things to do. So if it's working for you, I would love to hear it. So just email me and I'll have you on the show so we could talk about it. But I'm just starting to notice that there might be a signal there where people are growing their businesses with threads. And please don't abandon keywords. Keywords are still really relevant everywhere on the internet because it's how all these platforms know who to serve your content to. And this speaks again to why being in a specific niche actually helps you. And my fourth tip, grow your email list. I can't express enough how important your email list is to your business. Again, I feel like we were all told this in 2018. Remember, the money's in your list, but now we are really embracing it. Yes, your email list is a great way to drive traffic to your blog or website, but it's even more important than that. It's where you develop those deep relationships with your true fans and where you make sales. I'll say that again. It's where you make sales. And I hear this over and over again. People are surprised when they realize they're making sales through their emails. Here's your sales funnel. Think of it this way. Your blog content and your social media channels get people to find you. This is how you get discovered. But that's just the beginning. This is called top of funnel. Now, you need to move these people ultimately from social media, from your blog, onto your email list. Then you can provide value to them, share your vibe, build that relationship. And if you can make that connection and solve real problems, they will buy from you. It's that simple. And this is really where your business takes off, because this is where the money is. And I hear this over and over again. Yes, they were right back in 2018. The money is in your list. My fifth tip is use the simplest tech tools you could find. So technology is great. It's changed all of our lives. My iPhone, I am addicted to. I love it. But technology is also rough. And if you are an online entrepreneur, you know this. Like, how many times a day are you frustrated by technology? One of the most common comments I get when I get on calls with you is you say, I want to sell digital products, but I hate technology and I don't want to learn a new platform. Or people will swap that out with, I'm horrible at technology, or technology hates me. That one's my favorite. Please do not be fooled by expensive, complicated platforms that promise to do everything for you. I'm going to say it. They are selling you snake oil. That they're selling you that dream of like the turnkey business where it's so easy. All you have to do is set up your username and password, and then everything just kind of lays out in front of you, and you've got a very profitable business. And people share a lot of times that they've tried this and it's really hard and it gives them a headache and they end up in a world of hurt. And in fact, this is what inspired us to create our pop-up app and to make it so simple so that people in 2 minutes could have our pop-up, which is super optimized on their blogs, growing their social media followers. And we took that inspiration and we said, hey, maybe we could use this when we create MyLoTree Cart. In fact, we were meeting all of these creative people with untapped financial potential, like they had a successful blog or a community on Facebook or an engaged email list, but they didn't know how to sell to them because the tech solutions were so complicated. And this is the problem we set out to solve, and I honestly think we're solving it. So I now want to share some updates on MyLoTree and MyLoTree Cart. So for MyLoTree Cart, remember, we have been selling it as a lifetime deal of $349 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And now I want to announce that we're phasing that out and going to a more traditional subscription model sometime in June. We knew our lifetime deal was temporary because this was our way of testing our product, getting instant feedback, and building our group of VIP customers. We wanted to reward our early customers with a low price lifetime deal and a free bonus coaching call with me because they were putting their trust in us. Well, now that MyLoTree Cart is growing, that is a hard model to scale. So come June, we're going to a monthly subscription model. We haven't worked out the pricing yet, but we're growing and that's exciting. However, if you still want our lifetime deal, which is the most cost-effective way to go, with the 1-hour bonus coaching call with me so I can help you get set up right, go to mylotree.com and sign up. And for the time being, I'm still offering those free 20-minute Zoom calls where I can hear about your business, show you MyLoTree Cart, and see if it's a good fit. To sign up, go to mylotree.com, scroll down. You'll see a link to my calendar, so please sign up for a time. I'd love to meet you. And you get to be one of our VIP customers. And this is exciting because now, as I've shared multiple times and in this episode, the new way to grow your business online and find success is to build that audience and then sell to them. We are rolling out a new product called MyLoTree Freebies. We built this because we kept hearing that setting up freebies with your email service provider was hard. So we're making it super simple. This is like MyLoTree Cart, but instead of selling things, we help you grow your email list by giving you a platform to offer unlimited freebies. You get fully optimized AI-generated opt-in pages to collect emails in exchange for giving something of value, like a checklist or ebook or resource. And we deliver that resource directly to your new subscriber. We also automatically add their information into your email service provider. We integrate with all the major email service providers like Flowdesk and ConvertKit and MailChimp, you name it. And after you've collected their email address, you'll be able to sell a product to them on the thank you page. This is known as a tripwire. This might be something you haven't heard about before, but I'll be talking about it a lot in future episodes. This is a great way to make extra money while collecting those email addresses. So be on the lookout because I'll be announcing all of this very soon. To recap, what I've shared in this episode are the 5 takeaways I recommend you start putting into practice now. These are: 1, make sure you are niched down. 2, start building your personal brand. 3, diversify your traffic sources. 4, grow your email list. And 5, use the easiest tech tools you can find. I hope this episode has given you direction, clarity, a feeling of support. You are not alone, especially right now if you're feeling a little unmoored. Remember, this is what online business is. It's a journey. You'll hit bumps and you course correct. It's like life. You just need to find the people pointing you in the new direction. So if you have any feedback or questions, I love hearing from you. Just email me at jillian@milotree.com. If you know someone who could benefit from this episode, please share it. And finally, if you're enjoying the podcast, I would be so appreciative if you gave it 5 stars on iTunes. That way, other people can discover it. And I will see you here again next week.